Welcome back to the motherfucking podcast, guys.
Yeah, I'm Stephanie.
I'm Lacey, and this is Oh Here We Go.
Yeah, I'm so glad we stopped saying where we are. Did you notice that?
You know, we're probably on episode like 17, 18.
I don't know.
We're still really trying to get used to our intros and outros.
It's only taken almost 20 episodes and thousands of dollars to get it down. So, you know, it's fine. But yeah, hello. Here we go.
Today is a super exciting episode because we are bringing on a stripper, a dancer.
That word is
powerful. Does she powerful word?
The word stripper is so like
every time I want to say stripper.
Oh,
like
strip, like STRIPPAH.
Like the song, I don't like Bands That Make Her Dance. I don't know what that song bands. That was like something in high school. My best friend Catherine would burn CDs. Like she would make us all like a fire CD with like rap music. And I was like one of the first.
Eldorado.
Yeah, I was one of the first friends to have a car. So like everybody would come in my car and with the CD would be like strippers. Why? Wait, no.
Oh my God.
Mike Will made it or whatever the
fuck. God. Okay. But oh shit, I just hit the table. Okay, first of all, that's hilarious to picture you driving through Eldorado blasting rap music with all your little white friends. I just love that imagery. But we just have been on this like stripper kick lately. Yeah. We went to our first strip club and it was, we've discussed, like, it was one of the most amazing experiences. We were front and center. We ordered fries. We had our ones, and we were just like
so mesmerized.
Mouth dropped the whole time. The women were beautiful, like, and it was so many different body types. It made me like love my body because I was like, God damn, I could do that. I mean, I don't know if I could do that, but I would look good if I did that.
I've always wanted to like, and we talk about this at the end of the episode, like, I've always low-key like wanted to do that, burlesque, anything, because I love performing and like being sexy, like especially when I get to do that in the bedroom with someone. It's so fun. And so that'd be fun to do that on stage, but like there's that fear of like
it's the getting up there and then like, wait, what do I do now? Can I just stand there? Like, I don't know. But like we wanted to, as we've said before with the podcast, like we wanted to really, we try to bring on guests that kind of go with whatever we're going through in our life or something that we're experiencing or interested in. And so, we bring on Melanie today, and I met her at a photo shoot that I was doing here in Denver. And at the end of the shoot, she said that she had to go to work, and I was like, oh, where do you work? And she said, I work at a strip club. And I was like, what? Like, oh my God, I don't know if I've ever met or had been friends with a stripper. And I just was like, oh my God. And I was like, I'm not even going to ask you anything right now because I want to have you on the podcast. So she was great. It's just interesting and I want to have multiple dancers on, like, and get there because everybody's experiences are so different with it. And hers was cute.
One thing I really love about strippers is their confidence. Like, and just full on like owning themselves, owning the moment, owning the room. Like, it's so powerful, and just owning their sexuality, which has been like a big theme for me. Especially this year. It's just really coming into my own sexuality because I feel like for so long it was taken away from me in my past relationship. Which was a whole thing. And we actually ended up talking about this in the episode because, like, I'm a model. I do boudoir with Stephanie. Like, there's sexy photos of me on the internet. I do OnlyFans. And I feel like sometimes when people find out about my OnlyFans or like see my boudoir photos, or like even I've been talking about sex products recently on Instagram, I've really become comfortable with shit like that. Like, I'm like, why the fuck not? That's tight. Like, hell yeah. Like,
I think it's cool. When I see people talking about sex toys, I'm like, damn, they're hot.
Right. It's cool.
It's a different way to look at somebody.
Yeah, it's like owning that. It's cool. And so, but one thing I have noticed is there's like a shift in how people speak to me. Some people, people that aren't in my circle or aren't close to me, they begin to just see me as this sex object and just comment or talk to me about sex related things. Like, for example, recently, I mean, this isn't the only case, But I met someone, and on this trip, like not anything more than just a friend, and I had some great conversations with him, and I was like, damn, I really like this company. And, you know, like once Instagram, like, let's exchange Instagrams, and, you know, you see my Instagram, you see the boudoir photos, you see me posting about a sex toy. I have just noticed a drastic shift in our conversations, and it's all him just responding to my stories, anything sex related. And that really bothers me. I'm like, dude, like, can you like not just see me as that now? Like, that is so frustrating. And so like,
women know. Okay, I want to say this right now. It is so, do not be that fucking guy that responds to every single, don't be reply guy.
Don't be reply guy.
Like every now and then, cool, like show a little attention, but like don't
that is so fucking true.
That guy that sends a fire emoji for every fucking story. And honestly, don't be that girl either. Like just stop. Just like if you have something to say, make it worth it. Like, oh my God, it's cool like every now and then, but don't be reply guy.
Don't be reply guy. Like, hashtag don't be reply guy.
Like we see it. Just ask us out.
Comment this on our Instagram.
Yeah, comment. Show some public love. Don't be hiding in the DMs. Like, anyway.
But yeah, anyways, I wanted to know that as far as like being a stripper, like, is that common when people find out that you are a stripper? Do people just always sexualize you and will always see you as a sex object? Because, you know, we even watched a video. Typically men and women probably do this too, but the video we saw, when they meet you, they put you in a box and you don't really interchange between those boxes.
Yes, I want to dive into that.
You know, like when a guy typically meets a girl or whoever, I'm only speaking from like our perspectives, you're either the friend, a hookup, or dateable.
Yeah.
And you cannot really shift between those boxes.
This is why, oh my God. Oh, this is why like my friends, like they'll be, if I'm like dating or whatever, they're like, oh, you know, don't sleep with him for like this amount of days, or like, oh, do whatever you want, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just always like a do whatever you want kind of person, because if I meet it, whenever you, like you said, like guys will put you in a box, and it doesn't matter if you sleep with them like on the first date or the fucking 8th date. It doesn't matter. It's not going to be any different. Like me and my ex, I was engaged and we went on a blind date and it was not going well. And so I was like, well, let's just hook up because like, you know, you're hot, like whatever. And we hooked up, and the first night he never left and we got engaged. And so it's like, it doesn't fucking matter. Like if a guy it might matter. I'm just speaking from experience, but like
his intentions don't change.
Yeah,
from like the second he meets you.
Right. I just think that if they
can, but it's rare.
And I mean, you know, we're not like super versed in this subject, but like from experience, if a guy wants to date you, it doesn't matter when y'all sleep together. But if it's just a hookup on both ends, yeah, it doesn't just whatever. Like stop thinking about it. Just do what you guys want to do.
Yeah.
Like, you know? Anyway, how did that happen? How do we get on the topic?
The boxes.
Okay.
Anyways, like once someone sees you as like, oh, like sex.
Oh yeah.
They just start to see you as just sex, which is so frustrating. Like there is a time and a place for when I want to be known and seen as sexy, and most of the time I just want to be fucking Lacey Rogers. So there's a time and a place for it. And I also wanted to know, like, I feel like there's a lot of assumptions that people that do OnlyFans or like show their bodies online or are strippers or anything related to anything sexy, there's this assumption that their sex drive is super high. And I've heard that because, you know, like, especially like something like stripping, you know, you're being sexy all the time. I've heard that it's common to have a low sex drive.
Oh.
You know, but I could be wrong. It's situational. But
yeah, I'm sure it's like different with each person.
Yeah, there is this like assumption that like, oh, they have a high sex drive. And so I like questioned this in my past relationship because sex was like, it got weird. But sex was interesting for us because he constantly like always wanted to have sex with me. And I think like it was a situation, it got to the point where like, it was making him really insecure, and he was like, when you don't want to have sex with me, it makes me feel insecure, and it like is a blow to my confidence. And I'm like, that's not my fucking problem. But I feel like he got to the point where he was just like testing me and like kept doing it. Anyways, I started to question, like, do you think that I'm just an object of sex for you because of before we started dating? Because he informed me, and I know this is super common for a lot of guys to fucking do, but he informed me before we were dating, before we were anything, when he just first met me, like before we were friends for like a year, he would jerk off to my photos on Instagram. You know? And so I began to wonder.
I can't believe he told you that.
Yeah. I began to wonder, and I'm like, okay, I get guys do that. Like, I began to wonder, you know, are we having sex problems? He's constantly wanting to have sex with me. Is this maybe because I was a sex symbol for him initially before we had any kind of like foundational friendship or relationship? You know, I was an object of sex before there was any relationship, friendship, anything. So I was like, is this what, like, you know, like you got to basically got to please yourself all you wanted to me. And now that we're in a relationship, you don't get to please yourself all that you want. You know, like I was in my head about that. I was like, wait.
And then when you would tell him no, it was like,
he wouldn't respect my boundaries. He would not respect my no. He would like try and like get me into it and convince me, or like do it anyways. And or pout about it. This motherfucker would fucking pout. And I'd be like, are you fucking serious? I just don't want to have sex with you right now.
Oh my God. Ew.
Like pout. Like they're so like, I haven't.
We slowly dive into this.
You know, we slowly talk about it every time, and it's because like I'm still processing a lot, and I think there's a lot that is unsaid. You know, like I let a lot of things happen in that relationship that I just didn't come to terms with until after, if that makes sense. And I never had a conversation with him after. And so there's like this anger of like, oh, like, I wish you fucking knew. Like, I wish you fucking knew how like mad I am at you. Like how I wish you fucking knew that how much you hurt me when I'm dealing with now. Like I wish his fucking friends and family knew all of this shit.
Yeah.
And so I bring it up in these situations because it's been unsaid. And like, our mutual friends don't fucking know, which pisses me off. Like
this is why the Me Too movement was huge for women, and why people don't understand why venting and exposing these things is healing, because it's like, we want people to fucking know that this happened, so we're not alone. And I'm not saying we're as in like I'm speaking for you, but like, you know, like there's so much like even anger in your voice.
I get angry, like my chest is hot right now.
Your chest is red.
Yeah.
So
because it makes me uncomfortable. It just like every time I think about it, it makes me so angry.
It should.
And like people are like, well, why didn't you fucking tell him? And I thought about it. I came to terms with it a couple months after in therapy, and I've thought about reaching out to him and being like, hey, this is what happened. Like, this is what that is. This is not okay. I just wanted to express those things. But I was like, I don't want to see this person.
Ooh, I
thought about writing him a letter. I thought about emailing him. And I
don't know the appropriate way to handle it, because my ass would have been like,
yeah, you know?
Yeah, like it. I don't know though.
It comes out in different places in my life.
I do say the one experience I had, not in any level or capacity near that, but like the only experience I've had where a guy's made me feel uncomfortable, I told him immediately, like within the day, and I felt better from that, and I did heal from that, and like it's to the point now where it's like, hey, like, you know, no hard feelings, like, but it wasn't to the extent of what you went through. But saying, if I wouldn't have said anything, I would still be sitting stewing, you know. So maybe,
you know, the first time that like things were not okay, he put his hands in my pants and I took it out and he yelled at me. That was the first incident.
So
he yelled at me, threw a fit, and blaming it, like so mad at me. I started crying. It was this whole thing. Months later, I bring it up, and I was like distraught about it. I was crying, and I say under my breath, I was like, oh, like almost kidding, but like I don't know. I felt unsafe. And I say to him, and I was like, at least you didn't hit me. And that comment, he got so mad at me for saying that. Like, I can't believe you thought that I would actually hit you. And I'm like, I said no to sharing my body with you, and you're fucking acting like a man-child. Of course I felt a little bit unsafe.
What the fuck? I don't think I know about that.
Oh, honey.
Are you okay?
There's a lot of shit. Like, to be yelled at for not, you know what I mean? Like, for just taking a man's hand out of my pants and to be punished for it, that's fucked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. That was the first incident. So
I don't know what to say.
I was like, the day before Valentine's Day.
I hate him.
Yeah.
I'm like sitting here like,
yeah, we're brewing and steam right now.
My shoulders are hot.
I'm hot.
Anyway, fuck.
Okay, how do we bring this back?
I don't know how to bring it back to the stripper.
She's okay.
Because they don't correlate whatsoever.
She's great. She's safe. She's having a great
She's having an amazing experience in the strip club. Like, don't let this be.
She loves what she does.
Sometimes we just get on here and vent. No, but sometimes we get on here and vent. Like, last episode, if we do this in order, I vented about a relationship that had just ended. And I hadn't vented to anybody because it was so new. But and I was good. And then after the podcast, after I vented, I was like, ugh, I feel weird. Like, I don't know if that I should have vented. But I'm like, what the fuck is this podcast for? If we can't have real emotions and shit that we're going through on it, then we're not being real on it. Like, and if that is something that's, you know, makes anyone in my life uncomfortable, I don't know what to say. Like, I mean, you know?
Yeah, like, I'm so tired of this, like, cookie cutter bullshit. Like, how are you doing today?
Oh, my God. Like, if you have anxiety, go outside. Like, no.
I mean, I get, like,
self-help.
Positivity.
We get it.
But, like,
but we're here to talk about real shit.
Like, come on.
I know. Like, we're here to talk about real shit. We're here to talk about things that we're going through. And sometimes we get a little off the handle, but that's okay. You guys just keep listening and we'll reel it back in. So, yeah. But anyway, let's jump into our episode with Melanie. You guys are going to love her. She's so cute. And you'll get to see kind of like the inside of the inner workings of being a dancer and how you guys probably have no idea what to expect with it.
Right.
So,
without further ado, here we go. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break to introduce one of our sponsors. And yes, I said sponsor.
That's where we're at, baby. About time.
Introducing Neft Vodka, a premium spirit in its purest form. You know, Neft is a proprietary blend of the finest ancient non-GMO rye. Yes, I said non-GMO. I'm looking at all my non-GMO girlies, Stephanie.
I was more focused on the whole ancient part, but okay. I mean, this shit is cute. Like, comes in a barrel. Like, yeah.
I've never seen something come in a barrel other than beer, but I don't even drink beer.
Yeah, I haven't even really seen that. But I'm just that person that if I'm in a store and I'm shopping for something that I don't know what the fuck anything about, if they have cute branding and they're going out on that I'll buy that.
Yeah.
And that I like this. It comes in like what? I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
It's cute. Yeah.
Also, one thing that we figured out when we went out the other night is
a little pregame.
This stays cold in the barrel for like about 5-6 hours.
Yeah,
which was so nice because have you ever tasted warm ass vodka?
Oh yeah. Well, no, also I just have never paid attention to the temperature of vodka like that. But then when we came back, it was still cold, and I was like, wait. Okay, now I'm listening. And so that was just interesting.
Yeah, I'm typically not a vodka girly, but Neft makes my titties shake. So here we are.
And it goes down pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in Neft, we will leave the website down below. And go check out Neft in one of your local liquor stores.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
Back to the show. Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back.
Today we have Melanie on.
Hi. Yeah, Melanie. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks
because
for having me.
I met you at a photo shoot.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even until the end of the shoot that you told me that you're a stripper.
Yeah.
And I was just like, holy shit. Okay. Yeah. But like, tell us about you. Tell us who you are.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 23. I'll be 24 in September.
Wow.
I'm a Virgo.
Oh, nice. I love
Yeah.
with that.
I'm
Oh my
close to
god.
the cusp of Libra, so I consider myself a Virgo Libra.
Nice.
Really
Okay.
technical. I've been in Colorado for almost 6 years.
Okay.
I grew up in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah, I moved here like right after I turned 18. I was like, let me get out of there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go like try to be an adult somewhere else, and that was like the best decision I've ever made for myself. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang. Wait, so why from Albuquerque to Denver?
well, it was close enough to home that it wasn't like that far away, but it was still out of there. I was in like a long distance relationship at the time, so it was like a really perfect opportunity for me to like go somewhere safe where I had like somewhere like comfortable, like family. Like, you know, I was with him for 3 years after I moved here, and then we like decided to go our separate ways, and yeah, you know, but it was still like a really good opportunity for me to.
I feel like Denver, Colorado in general is like this like middle ground for people. It's
Yeah,
like this like
definitely.
vessel of like they want to get out of whatever
Right.
way they're in the country, and then that's just like the
Yeah.
middle ground.
Or
It's
people leave the bigger city and come to Denver.
Yeah, but it's like always like, well, it's not that far from home because I feel like it's just like right in the middle, but like not like somewhere like Missouri or something, you know.
Missouri.
Yeah, I feel like it's like that right in the middle area.
It's like a city, but like not too big of a city like New York. So
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
a perfect middle ground.
Well, when did you dance back in Albuquerque? Or
No, I didn't. Oh my God, no. Oh, my friends from high school and their uncles, I don't need them knowing that I'm a stripper.
So true,
I moved out here and I didn't start dancing until maybe 2 years ago. So
wow.
that was never really anything in my head that I thought that I was going to be doing.
Okay.
I moved here from Albuquerque. I went to massage therapy school like right away. That was like, I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't really want to get a job. I'm like fresh out of high school. I don't want to go to like regular college and spend all my money. Like I'm going to do a trade. And that was like an incredible experience. And now I have that like under my belt forever. So
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
yeah.
Wait. So how does your family feel about? Everything? Do you have siblings?
I have an older brother. Yeah, he's like cool.
Oh,
Like,
nice.
He doesn't
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
He's like, if I was a girl, I would probably do it too.
Wow.
Yeah, and my mom is like super supportive too. She's just like, just be safe. Like,
Oh,
you know,
wow.
yeah. And I haven't really told my dad. I feel like he's not really like.
What does he think that you do?
Are your parents together?
No, they're not.
Okay.
Yeah. He has a new wife, and I told him I'm a bartender. I'm like, they don't really. It's not really their business.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so true.
But at the same time, I don't really care. I'm like, I don't know why I don't tell them. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like I really care that much about what they think. So.
Yeah.
But I also just don't want to have the conversation, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, so what was your first like? Well, okay. First of all, what's your name?
Oh,
like, you know?
Yeah, so I dance by Venus. Yeah.
Whoa.
I like really resonate with that name.
Wow.
Venus is the Roman goddess of love and desire. And I'm like super into astrology also. So my Venus is in Scorpio, and Scorpio is like super like mysterious kind of sexual energy to me. That's kind of what I like. Yeah. So I'm like, Venus
Love
is like
it.
perfect.
We
Yeah.
literally talked about this yesterday on one of our other episodes about a name with a V.
Yeah.
Is so powerful.
It
like
is,
names with
though.
V's
Yeah.
is like so powerful.
And I actually just auditioned at another club in Boulder, and they were like, what's your name? And I was like, I'm Venus. And they were like, ooh, we have a Venus. And I was like, like, honestly, like, well, like, what can we do about this?
Yeah,
Because that's like
can
my
there not be two
name.
of the same?
And I'm like, So I was like brainstorming new names, and I was like having a really hard time because I really resonate with Venus, and like I just didn't really know. And I have a friend, and I was like telling her, I was like, help me think of a name, and she was like, violet, lavender, because I really like purple. So violet. She was like trying to like give me purple, like
purple energy.
Violet's kind of hot.
I was like, violet's cute, and then she said Virga, and I was like,
Virga,
because
what's the difference between Virga and Virgo?
Well, Virga is a Tipper song. I don't know if you know who Tipper is.
I know.
He's an artist. Yeah. So it's a song name. And also I was like, she was like, you're a Virgo. You should just like put an A at the end. And I was like, Virga? And I was like, that could be like my last name. I could be Venus Virga. And I was like,
wow. I still want Violet. I'm like,
I know. I kind of thinking Violet too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still.
And you could like go up with like purple, like stage stuff.
Definitely. I'm like a super purple.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Energetic person.
Virgos, I like a couple of my best friends are Virgos, and I'm a Pisces, and then my rising is in Libra.
Oh, love that.
Yeah,
okay.
so we're seeing more Libra energy lately.
Yeah, I really resonate with I'm a Libra rising also, so I really resonate with that side.
Like the whole balance. Yeah, and then I read that they usually have to have things very aesthetically pleasing. Yeah. And I was like, that makes sense.
Right.
On my end for sure.
Definitely.
Well, so is like stripping your full-time job, or is it like
It is
part-time?
now.
Okay.
Wow.
It is now. Modeling has really taken off for me this year though, which has been great.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, damn.
It's been like incredible. I've gotten more opportunities this year than like ever. So I'm starting to consider that like my part-time job as well. But dancing is like my main form of income.
Okay.
I was working at a sensory deprivation center for a long time. I worked there for like 3, maybe almost 4 years. And that was like a great gig. Like
what is that?
So it's a saltwater float tank.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So you like get into this like big tank and you float naked in like completely dark, pitch black, soundproof room. And so it eliminates all your senses. So it kind of like, makes you feel like it's just a consciousness floating in space.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, goddamn.
I know. It's a really cool.
Do that. Can you do that while tripping?
Yeah, but like I recommend not, because it's crazy what your brain will do on its own. Like you don't
that's true.
Maybe do it like a couple times without.
Get comfortable.
It's crazy what your brain will do when you're completely sober and have no senses. Like it's insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
But imagine.
We had some people that would come in and like have like a DMT cart. And I was like, how are you doing that? Like
in water?
Absolutely.
In the dark?
Pitch black.
I feel like I would drown.
Yeah.
But you can't.
You can't. Like you're like really like
you can't go under.
You can't go under. It's 1,000 pounds of Epsom salt and only 500 gallons of water. So you're like extremely buoyant. It's like,
aren't we on like a salt shortage?
I don't know.
I know where to find a lot of it. So.
Maybe I just like completely made that up.
Okay, I want to know, you've been doing this for 2 years. Did you have someone influence you or like guide you or suggest this? Like who was almost like your little mama?
Yeah.
That was like showing you the way?
I had a roommate who was my best friend.
Okay.
We went to middle school together. Like we were really close, but she lived in Albuquerque. Well, she was actually living in LA at the time. And when me and my like partner at the time, the one who I moved here with, when we were deciding to go separate ways, I needed a roommate. So I called her and I was like, hey, you want to move to Colorado? And she was like, yeah, I'll be there tonight. Yeah, it was like honestly such a like life-changing experience for both of us. Like she needed the opportunity to get out of her situation. So she literally packed all her stuff from LA and just like drove here. Yeah, and it was like a 20-hour drive. She just like showed up, and she had been dancing for a while. She danced in Albuquerque, she danced in Texas, and then she was dancing in LA. And it was so like a new thing for me. I had never been to a strip club. I did not know what that life was at all. And yeah, so she was a dancer. I was just working at the float center.
Okay.
And I was not making a lot of money there. So seeing how much money she made, how much freedom she had to work whenever she wanted, like go in, make her money, be secure. Like I was like really envious of that because like I don't like having a schedule. Like I really don't like having somebody tell me when I have to be somewhere for how long, and like you know, it was just like starting to like be really hard for me. And then we like moved into another apartment together, and I was like, you know, I don't know if I want to do that. That's like not really something I want to do. And
dancing or
dancing. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I was just like really uncomfortable with the whole thing. I had never even been to a strip club. And she was like, come sometime. So I went to the club. I like got all dressed up.
Just to visit?
Yeah, just to visit as like a customer. And I showed up. I was just like by myself. Like she was dancing. I hated it.
You hated it?
Hated it. I was like so uncomfortable. I was out of my element. Like I didn't really have like money to spend either. So it's not like I could like, you know, I just like wanted to go and like see how it was. And I hated it. I was so uncomfortable. I was like, this is like crazy. So I literally left and like went to a club and like danced. Like I was like, I just want to go dance.
Wow.
Like, yeah. Cause like,
that's so funny. You hated it.
I didn't
we
like it.
Loved it.
I know.
Yeah. So interesting.
It was probably just cause I was like by myself and I was like watching my best friend like be completely naked, like dancing on strangers. So I was like, this is crazy.
Maybe be weird.
Yeah. I'd be a little uncomfortable seeing you get down. I'd be like, damn bitch, get it. I'll get the angles. I'll get the
she was like,
rings.
I would just be like, hey, are you good? Like, are you okay over there?
Right.
Like, don't let him do this. Like, I don't know.
That's true. Depends.
Well, I mean, but if you're like, yo, I'm good, I'll be like, all right.
Yeah. Right. And that's how I was too. I was like, you're making money, you're having a good time. Like, I'm just by myself. Like, I don't want to like keep you from making your money. So I'm going to go out.
So what was the transition to get you to like it?
So me and my roommate, we like to go out and like go to shows and stuff. So there was one night where we were like super drunk and I was just like sick of not having money. And I was like, dude, Amanda, I think I'm ready to be a stripper. And she was like, really? And I was like, yeah. I don't know, because we have a pole at home, so I practiced a lot. Like I love to dance. I love being sexy. I love feeling myself. I was learning a lot of stuff, and I was like, yeah, like I think I'm ready to do it. And I actually got really, really sick. Like I got the flu or something. Wook flu. I'm not sure what it was.
Wook flu.
Wook flu. Yeah.
What does that mean?
In the music community that we're in, there's like super hardcore hippies that like are called wooks.
Oh, yeah. We've been
yeah. There's
we
a lot
know
of
what wooks are. I've never heard of wook flu though.
Yeah. So when you're like going to a lot of shows and stuff, and you're like around like a large group of people like sharing stuff, you know, stuff. Yeah, and you get sick.
Okay,
that's funny. So I think I got the wook flu, and I was really sick for like 2 weeks, and I couldn't go to my day job, and so I was missing out on all of that money. I couldn't pay my rent, and my roommate was just like working so hard. Like she really got me. Like she was like, I'm gonna work, I'm gonna pay rent, like it's gonna be fine. Wow. And I was like, yeah, like I just like it felt awful. And I was like, I never want to be in this position ever again where I'm living paycheck to paycheck and I'm sick for 2 weeks and can't go to work and then can't pay my rent. Like I never want to put myself or like me and my roommate like in that position again. I was like, fuck this. I'm fucking doing it. And I was like really like empowered about the whole situation.
So like her income was super motivating for you because it
definitely.
Was like, I love that.
Yeah.
Like people truly don't understand how much is made like in that area. Like well then what was your first day like what was
I was still like semi sick, so I like went in, auditioned.
Oh my god, wait, what was the audition process like?
Oh my god, they make you wait forever. So I wanted to audition at her club, but she started to get sick. So I ended up like just going to a different club. I was like, fuck it, I'm sick of waiting. Like I'm just gonna go. I don't need anyone to be with me. Like I just want to go and do this. So I went in. I sat there for like 45 minutes and it was honestly really easy. Like they were like, do you have 2 forms of ID? I was like, yeah. And they're like, here, sign this. We're going to copy your stuff, go get dressed. And then I just danced for 3 songs and they were like, you want a job? And I was like, yes.
Wow.
They were like, cool, sign this contract. And I was like, okay. And they're like, you can work if you want or you can leave.
Was it nerve-wracking? Like, were you nervous?
Yeah, but then I realized I was like, I don't know why I was nervous. Like, this was like really chill and like easy, honestly. Yeah.
Aren't you shaky? Yeah. On the pole, just like, no, I can't.
Right. I did have some friends like come in and like pretend like they didn't know me and like sit at the stage.
Cute.
Yeah. And like
wait, so this was like on a date? Like this was like on a night that people were there?
Yeah, this was like a Tuesday. Like,
damn, we went on a Tuesday.
Yeah, honestly, Tuesdays are lit. Last night at work.
We went on a Tuesday. We had never been. We sat front and fucking center, ordered fries, had our ones.
Where did you go?
Platinum.
Oh, nice. I've never been there.
We had no context. It was great to us. Like it was so much fun, and the girls were like giving us like workout tips and stuff.
Yeah,
we were just like, yeah.
One girl, like her leg was hurt, but she had to work anyways, and so she was just honestly like sitting on the stage. She would dance, go back and forth, but she was like, my leg fucking.
Their bodies are insane. Yeah. It really made me appreciate the female body so much because like one, the lighting is so flattering, but two, I just was like, you know, I'm always like back and forth on how curvy like I am, and I'm like, I don't know about it, but then seeing them up there, I was like, yes, I do.
I know.
Like it was like the really curvy girls were it, man. Everybody loved that shit.
I know.
Yeah.
It's real. It's like the slim thick is like really in.
Yeah,
like,
and it's just like, but then even like the really skinny girls like knew how to like. I just like, goddamn,
the power of a woman's body.
Yeah, I just had never seen it like that. But as far as like after your audition stuff and your first actual night, was it like well received? Like, did you like how did you?
I did really well my first night. I just like still wasn't feeling good, so I was like, I'm gonna go. And then I went and auditioned at my roommate's club, and they just literally gave me the job right away. And then I started like getting the hang of it.
So you were employed at 2 different clubs?
Yeah, but I really only ever went to the one that me and my roommate worked at together.
So you can do that? You just, wow, okay.
Yeah.
So is it like a thing where do you have to tip everyone that works there?
You don't really have to, but it's just kind of like
you should
respectful. Yeah.
Do you have to pay if you like whenever you go in?
Yeah, so you do have to pay a house fee to work.
Okay.
Unless you get there at open or you're the first 5 girls to be there. I don't know if it's like this at every club, but at my club, if you're the first 5 girls to get there, you don't have a house fee. But then it goes from like $30, and then the later it gets 40, 50, 60. The later it gets, the higher the house fee gets. Yeah. Wow. So I'm like, I'm getting there at open.
Yeah. What is open?
Just like when the club opens.
Like 11 a.m.?
No. It used to be 11 a.m.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah. I used to be in the strip club at 11 a.m., like ready to go.
How long do you typically work?
It really depends. Like sometimes I would work from 11 a.m. to 4 a.m. Yeah. Sometimes I was literally doing that for a minute. Yeah, I know.
People are in there at 11.
Does the time fly by? Because it's like you're in a dark hole.
Yeah. And then the door will open and I'm like, oh my God, it's dark. When did it get dark out? Yeah.
Wow. Should we like get breakfast and just like go there one day?
Literally. Well, unfortunately, a lot of the clubs here in Denver are no longer open at 11 a.m. So
when does yours open?
6 now.
6 p.m.?
Yeah. It used to be 2 and then they just changed it to 6. And I'm like, oh, because I really enjoyed working day shift because sometimes you can work from 11 to like 6 and you're good for the day. You can have your evening. You can go out and do whatever you want.
Do people really come in during the day?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like sweet old men that just want to like come in and like have a conversation and like hang out, get a couple dances and then like go home to their like wife. I don't know, but like yeah, and I prefer that cuz like I like to just like sit and like talk and have conversations and connect with people. But I also do really like to like work hard and like dance and stuff like that too. So that's like I like to have the option of working day shift or night shift. Or
would you make as much during the day?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because there's a lot of like rich old
one-on-ones
men that want to have one-on-one time. So
has anyone ever made you feel like uncomfortable?
Girl. Yeah.
Is there a story you could tell us in particular?
Oh my goodness. There's actually the other day where this guy came in and he seemed really cool. Like we were really vibing. I really liked talking to people about music. So we were talking about music. Like he seemed like he might have been like drunk when he came in. And I don't really drink that much at work. So it's hard dealing with drunk people when you're sober. You know what I mean? So he had been drinking, we were just talking about music, vibing. And then he started getting just like really weird. And he was like, yeah, like, let's do a dance. And I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, do you...
How do you just like go from conversation like, oh, this is music. Oh yeah, can you start dancing on me now?
I know. Because it's like, that's what they're here for. And I'm not going to sit here and talk to you without like...
being compensated?
Yeah. 100%. Like, I'm not going to talk to you. So I'm like, let's like get a dance. And I was like, do you, like, I saw him go to the ATM. So I'm like, I assumed he like got money out of the ATM. And so we like go upstairs and he tried to hand the dance counter guy his card. And I was like, he was like, you need cash. Like, I was like, it's $10 for a wristband to go back. Like, you need cash. And he was just like, really like fucked up. And I was just like, he just like hit such a wall. Like, we were like having a normal conversation and then all of a sudden he like couldn't talk. And I was like, honestly, like, I just want to get this money from you and like
be
done with you.
So he just like wasn't able to like comprehend anything?
Not really. So he like,
I wonder if he was on something.
That's what I was thinking. And just, it gets crazier. So he was like, I was like, where did your cash go? Like, I thought you got cash out. And he just like couldn't even really like, I was like, did you drop it? Like, I was like trying to ask him questions and he just like, I was like, sir, like, what is happening? Like, did you lose your money? And he was like, yeah, have a good night. And I was like,
maybe he couldn't get it out. Like, maybe the ATM didn't give it to him.
And so I was like, I'm done with you. I like ordered food. I was like in the back and all the girls like I love the girls I work with. They were like witnessing like all this happen. They're like, what the fuck is going on?
That's weird.
I was like, he's fucking weird. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm going to go try to eat my food in the back. So like, I'm hanging out in the back for a while and I come back out. He's still there. And I was like, so what's going on? Like, did you get your money? Like, what's happening? And he's like, yeah, I got money. I was like, okay. Like, he just kept saying like he had money and he was like starting to get like slightly aggressive at that point. And I was just like, okay, like, well, do you want to do the dance now? And he was like, yeah, let's fucking go. I thought we were going to party. And I was like, yeah, dude, like, let's go party. I don't know.
What?
And so I was like, you have cash, right? Like, it's, $10. Like, you need to give this man $10. You have that, right? He's like, yeah, I got it. I got cash. I was like, okay. And we're like walking up. I literally asked him again, you have cash, right? He's like, yeah. And he hands the man his card again. I was like, I was like starting to get irritated at this point.
Right.
I was like, I just asked you if you had cash.
Yeah.
And he's like, I was like, there's an ATM right there. I'm going to help you, baby boy. I was literally like ATMing for him and it didn't work at first. And I was like about to just be done and like walk away. But then we like tried it again. It actually worked. And I was like, okay. So he got $60 out for the dance. So I charged $60 for one song.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
But we $1 a minute.
Yeah, literally. We have to give $5 of that to the club. So he gives, $20, the money to the dance counter guy. And he like gives me the change because all the rest of that money was supposed to go to me. And he like wasn't trying to give me the money. And he just like handed me like $120. And I was like, that goes to me. And he was just like, and I was like, dude, like, I'm not doing the dance unless you pay me first. Cause I feel like you're going to
it's already been so much of an issue.
Yeah, like you're going to be the type of person that like, I'm going to do the dance and you're not going to pay me. So give me the money first, pay me up front, and then we can do the dance. And so he was just like weird and like gave me the money. And so I just like, but at this point, like, weird energy. And it just got weirder and weirder. And I was like, I don't know, like if I should be doing this at this point, but like I already have like the $60. I was like, whatever. So I like get him sat down and I'm doing the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Like barely.
Yeah.
And
why would you want to?
Yeah. And he's sitting there. He has like his hands like on my like, waist here.
So they can touch you?
Yeah, like, we set our own boundaries and like that was like okay for me because like, but he was like starting to nod off. And I was like,
oh my God.
What the fuck is going on? He can't just be drunk at this point.
Yeah.
Like, and I was just like barely like just standing there. I didn't even sit on him. I didn't do anything. Like I just kind of like
Did your thing.
Yeah, barely.
And I mean, he's not going to remember it anyway.
That's what I say. And then the song was over. It was a super short song, which I was grateful for. And then he was like, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. And I was like, please, sir.
I have 2 questions.
Yeah.
Like, okay. One, have you ever had an experience where you've done something and then they tried to not pay you? And if
honestly,
so, what happens?
No, like I try to get my money up front.
Okay.
So that doesn't really happen.
Okay.
And if that does happen, like you can tell security.
Oh,
and,
good.
like, but it's like, what are they going to do at that point? Because
Right.
it's like, you should get your money up front.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we had this question whenever we went to the strip club.
Yeah.
But do guys get boners during dances? And if so, do you like it? Because we feel like we would like it.
We'd be like, we're doing a good job.
Yeah, you know you're doing a good job. So they definitely do, because I mean, like, how can you not?
Yeah.
Like, there's a beautiful, like, naked woman, like, just like,
dancing on
being
you.
a goddess, like, in your space. So yeah, I don't like it because it's like,
damn, really?
yeah, but also
We're also not dancers, so I don't know.
But also, like, if I
Yeah.
didn't think the guy was hot and he did, I'd be like, ugh.
yeah, literally,
Yeah.
like, most of the time I'm just like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
have you ever been like attracted to anybody there?
yeah, like, you know, attracted, but it's really hard for me to be like intimate and sexual with people that I'm not like connected with, like on a deeper level.
Well, have you ever like started talking to a guy and then like really connected with him and like?
Yeah, and then you think that you're gonna like them outside of the club, and then you don't.
Oh, so you've like met people there.
I've never really met anybody outside of the club. Like one time I was like, yeah, like I'm gonna hang out with this guy. He like came and you know, floated at my work, and I was just like at the float center I worked at.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And it just like wasn't the same like energy. I was like, you know, and I think like he like, don't treat me like a stripper when I'm not at the strip club.
That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, like he was doing the same thing, like trying to like, and I was like, I'm never doing this again.
Well,
Yeah,
what do you
like-
mean like doing the same thing? Like
Just being really touchy and like just like trying to be like super sexual. And it's like when I'm not in the strip, like I'm a normal person. Like I don't always want to be like sexual.
Yeah.
And so that just like really turned me off. And I was like, I'm never like talking to or hanging out with anybody.
You know, that's like something that I wanted to ask you. Like when people find out that you have a job that's anything sex related, sexy,
yeah,
you're almost that in their mind forever. And it's hard for them to like see you as a normal person, you know, like they're like, oh, like sex object, that's all, you know what I mean? And they just treat you as such.
Yeah.
I find that super common when people find out like, or see any of my like sexy photos. And I'm just like, dude, like that, I'm more than that, you know?
Yeah, that's really hard for me with modeling as well. Like I love to feel sexy.
Yeah.
I feel really great in my body, but I don't always want to be like sexualized.
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, that's for
There's a time and a place for it. Like you'll know when you want to be sexualized.
Yeah. But also I know that that's for them to figure out. And like, I know who I am and like what I want and what I'm okay with. And if that's how you want to view it, then like that's totally on you.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to hold on to that.
Have you ever, or do you like, does drinking help on the job, or do you ever do anything to kind of get you in the mood if you're not in one that night?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like a super big drinker, but like sometimes I'll have like a little cocktail just to like get you like feeling good. But sometimes there will be nights where I don't drink at all.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't.
Yeah, I mean,
it depends.
I never know, because I'm like, damn, I feel like I would need something.
Yeah.
At least at first.
Yeah,
like,
I don't like feeling like I need to be drunk or like on anything to do my job.
Yeah.
'Cause, like it's work. Like you're not gonna go to your like day job like fucked up, you know.
That's
so I try to
true,
think of it like that. Like I want to be on it, because if I'm not making money and I'm drunk, like that doesn't feel good.
Ooh,
you know what I mean? Like so
Oh.
like, you know, if I'm starting to make money, then I want to like have fun and like have some drinks and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, how does this doing this now versus now, how does stripping make you feel?
Oh, wow. I've gone through like a lot of feelings and emotions about it, honestly, because at first it really opened up a lot for me. Like it helped me feel really empowered, like being on stage, like knowing that people are just like losing their mind over how gorgeous I am. I was like, that feels good, like total ego boost. It also helped me with creating and verbalizing my boundaries.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I like, you know, as like a young woman, like, you know, it was hard for me to say no.
Right.
Or when there was something that was making me uncomfortable, I didn't know how to like say, I'm not okay with this, or I don't really want to be doing this, or like, no, like stop it. You know, I had a hard time like feeling comfortable like doing that. And so that really helped me like feel strong enough to be like, this is what I'm okay with. This is not what I'm okay with. Like, stop doing this. Like, I'm going to kick you in the head if you keep doing that, like type of thing. So that really helped me feel like stronger and helped me like grow a lot as a woman for sure.
So it's like really empowering.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Well, I guess like I know this is like such a like, or not like a for sure question, but like what's like the range like that dancers see in Denver? Like
the range of income.
Money. Yeah,
like money. Yeah.
Like at night.
So it's all over the place. Like you can really range from like 300 to like 2,500 a night. Like it really depends on the dancer. It depends on the night. It depends on the customers that are coming in. Like, you
That's
know.
so good.
Yeah.
I read an article. Well, my friend sent me an article because she was like, I think I might want to move to Denver and become a stripper because they're making like on average $3,000 a night. And I was like,
wow.
What? Like, what are we doing? Yeah, it was, so I guess like a recent thing that came out. And then I just think that that's so good. I don't think people understand that.
Yeah.
Like it's so much.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of like energy talking to people that you normally like wouldn't really feel like engaging with. Like you really have to like, it's really a lot of acting. Like I notice I do a lot of acting, a lot of like,
I would be drained.
Being likable.
Oh my God.
That's a lot of energy.
And like I'm a super sensitive person, so I really have to like create my energetic walls and like not let people affect me in certain ways and like just kind of leave it all there and like not take it home. But yeah, it's a really draining.
I mean, do you even like go out anymore at this point? Because if you're working and you're like just like, I would be exhausted. Yeah. And I'm saying that. Yeah. Like, I love talking to people and going out and saying yes to things, but if I had to do that, I would feel so drained. I guess you're just used to it now.
Yeah, I am used to it. I also am like super heavily in the music community here in Denver. So like that's my life. I love going to shows. Like I'm going to do that like no matter what. And sometimes I'll even like leave work early because I'm like, I'm going to go to like the after party that my friends are at. Like I'm going to leave. Like,
what kind of music do you dance to?
At the club?
Like what's a go-to song?
Do you get to choose your songs?
We can request songs. Like I don't really, because it's just like, you know, it's just a lot. They don't have a lot of the songs that I like normally would like want to dance to. But I really like I listen to EDM, so I like anything with like bass. Or, like,
But you said Wook, and I was like, you probably like the same music we do. You like some dirty shit.
Yeah, I like dirty shit. Sound House is really fun to dance to also, but like the DJs there like aren't really like super.
They're just like hip-hop kind of
plus play type of thing. We do have one DJ at the club that actually like mixes, which I super appreciate. Yeah, and he'll like throw in some like dope house for me, and then like also some like booty popping like rap music. I also booty popping, like you know you need that in the strip club too.
Yeah,
yeah.
Have you always been coordinated? Like
I've loved to dance like my whole life. Like I did gymnastics. I've been dancing like my whole life, it feels like. Yeah. So that's why I was like, I feel really comfortable like going up on stage and like feeling myself.
Is there a particular move that you do that will like get some cash thrown your way?
Yeah, definitely. So we have like a couple stages that don't have poles. Okay. And I have very long legs. So, and I wear 8-inch like boots. Yeah, so
boots?
Yeah, they're sexy.
For sure. I've never seen boots. I've just seen those stripper heels.
Yeah, so I love wearing boots, and so my legs are just like long spider legs. So I like to do like a lot of like leg type of stuff. And also the one move that like really gets people like, holy shit, is I do like a headstand. And then I like twerk and like kind of like shake my butt in the headstand, and because my legs are like super long, and then I do like a little walkie thing like upside down.
You do a handstand with no pole and no support.
Yeah, a headstand. Yeah, I just like boop right on my head. A lot of core.
While twerking.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I like, are your legs like wide like this? Like,
yeah, like I'll do them wide, but
just
then
up
also
in the
like
fucking air.
Yeah, and then I'll like walk, do like a like air walk type of thing, and like twerk my butt. Yeah, and people are like, love that.
Yeah. Is that like unique to you? Like, I feel like not many people.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've really seen anyone else do it. Like I was like, before I was dancing, I like to do like yoga and stuff, and I like just to practice like.
I just learned how to do a headstand.
Yeah, and I'm like, ooh, like let me try to do this with my heels on and like see what that looks like. And I just kind of got like cooler and cooler. So
like
now I can work in it.
Like dancers that inspire you.
Yeah, there's a dancer that I used to dance with. Her name is Taz, Team Taz forever. She was like our club mom. She was always just like there for everybody, like super like just supportive, like bad bitch type energy. And she was a great dancer. And now she has her own pole classes, and she's awesome.
We need to go.
Yeah. So I learned a lot from her. She does like a lot of pole. I am nervous to do pole at work because I just like I don't want to fuck up, because there's been a couple times where I've tried to do a pole trick and it just has not ended how I wanted to.
Wait, so you don't like use the pole?
I do use the pole if I'm feeling confident enough.
Like do the pole would help me.
Do you go all the way up?
Yeah, and the pole does help for sure, but like I just don't want to fuck up, you know what I mean?
Wow.
I didn't think that you could just rub your body on it.
Like, yeah. But like pole tricks as in like going upside down, like doing like tricks and stuff. No.
Yeah, where they're like just one leg is holding on and the rest of the body is like.
There's some stuff that I'm like.
I've been seeing like rollerblading stripping.
And rollerblades are heavy. I tried to do it once before at home. They're heavy. It's hard to hold yourself.
I follow one girl that I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
But God damn. So, are you guys like paid hourly, or is it just tips?
Just tips. Yeah. Wow. You're an independent contractor, so you come in, you make your money, you get the fuck out, which I love.
Wow. What happened during the pandemic?
I actually had quit dancing like a couple months before the pandemic, so it wasn't like.
And then you picked it back
Why
up.
did you quit?
Yeah. So I was actually in a relationship, and he wasn't super like okay with me dancing.
Dump him, sis.
I know. We've actually grown a lot since then.
Okay.
And he actually came to the club last night for the first time.
It's hard.
Yeah. And it was also really hard for me. Like, I am so in love with him. And so it's really hard for me to be sexual and intimate with people when I am like so in love with someone else. You know what I mean? Like, it was hard for me. So I quit for me mostly, because I was like, I really like can't do this right now. Like, I can't.
I take it back.
Yeah. Like, you know, just like knowing how uncomfortable it made him, like it was like really hurting me.
Well, good for him for changing that, or like working on it.
Yeah, like we actually like took some time apart for a few months, and we just reconnected maybe a month or so ago. Just like fell harder in love again. So and you know, we want to find like a new healthy way to like be with each other. And he was like, you know, this is something you're gonna do. Like, I want to support you. Like, I love you more than I like, you know, care about that. And I'm like, I think you have this idea in your head that I'm like doing things that like, you're just like creating this like thing in your head that I'm like, I'm not. So you need to come to the club.
Yeah, so he can understand.
You need to see what it's like. And he came last night, and we had so much fucking fun.
Yay!
It was so fucking fun. Like, and I also was just really comfortable because I love all of the girls that I work with. I'm like, give me your butt, like put your titties in his face, like give her money type of thing. It was so fun. And he was like, oh, it really wasn't that bad.
Right.
And I'm like, I'd been telling you this,
I mean, it can be like we interview but that's up to the girls.
It really is
all up to the girls, and you're not.
Yeah.
It's all about trust.
Yeah, definitely.
And the imagination, I get it.
Oh my God, I can overthink a fucking
when you're in your head is the worst place to be.
Yeah. Definitely. So
have you experienced a shift in your lifestyle since like new income and all this stuff, or you just
I'm definitely a lot more comfortable and secure, for sure.
Wow,
like when I was working my other day job, like I was always really worried about money and rent, and I just don't like feeling like that. Like
I can't stress about money.
I don't like it, and I'm just like, it's nice to know that I can go in for one night and make my paycheck that I was making in like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a good feeling. Like I don't have to like live paycheck to paycheck anymore. So
yeah. Well, how's your relationship with your managers? Do you like everybody?
Yeah, I really like everybody, honestly.
Is there women?
There's one female manager. She's like really strict.
Okay.
Yeah, she's super strict. Like, and so I'm like, let me just stay on your good side.
What are some like criteria, rules that you guys have to uphold in the club? Are there any restrictions on y'all?
Yeah, they like go really back and forth, like especially the club I work at. They're like, you need to cover your butt, like you can't wear that. But then like other nights, everybody's wearing like, buttless panties, and like
you can't show your butt,
like a thong. You can't. wear thongs?
Like sometimes like the manager will walk around and be like, you need to cover up. And I'm like, girl, I think
like while you're up there?
Yeah. I'm like, girl, I think you're having a little power trip day. Because then the next day, like she's never one time said anything to me. But like I've seen her like tell girls like, oh, you can't wear that. And I'm like, I think she's just like having like a slight like power trip ego issue.
I thought that you wore thongs.
That's what this is.
There is a lot of clubs in Denver that if you are not on stage, if you're just walking on the floor, you need to have like a certain amount of your butt covered when you're just on the floor.
Okay,
for
some reason I can understand that.
Yeah, it's understandable, but like they're so like kind of back and forth with the rules.
But if you're up on the stage, you can be whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't work at a full nude one, do you?
No, I used to.
Oh wow.
And then I like started doing just kind of full nude optional. I was not getting naked on stage anymore because I'm not getting fully nude for $5.
No.
Yeah. No. I'm not doing that. Like if you give me like a certain amount of money, then
so you do a full nude lap dance privately?
So there is like it was all optional to me. Okay. Like it depends
so that
on
where
the
you work now is like optional.
Yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Because then so do they serve alcohol?
Yeah, so downstairs they serve alcohol, and then upstairs is where the private dances are. So you have the option to do full nude. And then at 2 a.m., they kick everyone out from downstairs, make them go upstairs, no alcohol. And then it can be fully nude on stage and like everything.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't get full nude on stage. I'm not making enough money to get full nude on stage. So.
Do the girls see a difference in the money influx when they get full nude?
It really depends, honestly. Like when I first started dancing and working at a full nude club, like I just like gave less fucks, I think. So I would just like get full nude and people would be like, yeah. But I just don't really want to do that anymore. So
yeah. This girl that we interviewed yesterday, the bookkeeper, she was saying some rules that were in place in Dallas. Do you guys have to wear 2 pairs of underwear?
So in some clubs, yeah, you do. At the club I work at now, you do not have to.
Okay.
I think it just depends on the club. The club that I just auditioned at in Boulder, you do have to wear 2 pairs of panties.
Wow. It's weird how different it is.
Yeah, it is. It's really interesting.
Do you have to wear heels at all times?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it the same like law here if you're not wearing heels or shoes and it's prostitution or whatever?
Really? Oh, I've never heard that.
That's like a law in Dallas.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I've never heard that. There was one time where I like the old club I used to work at. It was like Halloween, and one of the girls was like super drunk, and she ended up taking her shoes off and putting her sneakers on and got on stage in her goddamn sneakers. I was like, what is happening right
How did that go?
I mean, she was just feeling herself at that point. Like, yeah,
honestly, I can see that happening with some Air Force Ones.
Yeah, but they
you better bring it then.
They were really like cute sneakers though. So that's why I was like, girl.
Have you ever had anyone like get up there with you or like do something?
Doubles. I love doing doubles.
I didn't even think about double. I was talking about guys, but do girls? Oh my God.
Yeah. So I'll do both. So I love having 2 girls on stage. It's so fun. Me and my old friend used to do this super cool double pole trick where I would like climb to the top of the pole and I would hold on and then I would grab her and she would flip upside down and I would hold her whole weight like with my body and we'd like spin her on the pole and then she'd do this like super cool split and then I would like drop down the pole and do like a split. Yeah, it was sick. People loved that one for sure. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You held her body
whole weight with one arm. Yeah. I was ripped.
Oh, wow.
Lost a little bit of that. But.
Okay, well, what about audience members coming up on stage?
So sometimes if there's like a birthday or like, you know, some type of special occasion, like we'll put like a chair on stage.
Okay.
And they will just like sit on stage and be like, and just like throw money.
I
and
would
it's like,
lose my mind.
It's pretty much just like a private dance, but just like on stage.
Yeah.
Which is
oh my
fun.
God. Okay, so if we ever came, like, would we ever be able to take photos like while you like had clothes on, like if you or like us? Because like we want to do a shoot for Oh Here We Go in a strip club so bad.
Totally.
Like,
I think I'd probably have to talk to the managers because it like, you know, depends on the girl. Like I would be comfortable with that, but yeah, there are some girls that are like, don't take a picture of me. I don't want people knowing I'm a dancer. There's actually like some guys will come into the club and like try to flex and be like, oh, I'm at the strip club type of thing and like be Snapchatting. I'm like, can you not take a photo of me?
Right.
Well,
like,
they're not supposed to do that.
They're
right?
not supposed to do that. Like you really get kicked out. Like I was dancing on stage. It was super busy one night. There was like 3 of us on stage. We were all dancing. Whole stage was filled. And we were like kind of rotating like between people. And I remember like turning around and seeing the guy had his phone out. And I was like, did you just take a picture of my butt? And he was like, and I was like, can you delete that? Can I watch you delete that? Like, that's super not okay. Why would you think that like you could do that?
Wow.
And he was just like, oh. But like they were just trying to flex that they were at the strip club. And it's like, that's not cute. Like that's totally crossing somebody's boundary. Like you would never just like take it, you know, like at least ask my dude. Like,
God.
Yeah.
Well, what's your relationship like with all the girls? Is there ever any drama?
I don't really involve myself in drama. Like I'm super like, you know, to all of that. But I've witnessed some things for sure. But for the most part, all of the girls at my club are like so genuinely like just genuine sweet people. Wow. And I really love working with them. So when I got hired at this new club, like I'm still going back to my old club because I'm like, I don't know any of the girls there. I just want to like be with my friends and like,
So what makes you want to switch?
It's a lot closer to my house.
Oh, right. Okay,
yeah, it's a lot closer to my house. It's only 20 minutes. So like, you know, the club I work at now is like 40, sometimes 45 minutes, you know, with traffic. Fuck. But I just like, I love it there. I'm comfortable there. But the new club that I just got hired at is like super nice. And like, I think it would be good for me to like get out of my comfort zone, like change up my environment a little bit, see if I can like make more money, like just, you know, see how it goes. Cause I've only ever worked at those 2 clubs before. So
what makes a strip club super nice?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Being clean.
Clean? Oh my God. That was the bare minimum I was thinking.
Yeah, I know you'd think.
So if the power goes out, do you guys still work?
I've never experienced that. Like we've probably. What did?
Well, we interviewed the bookkeeper, and she said that whenever the power went out in Dallas for 5 days, they worked every single day and served food.
Oh, I'm sure
it's
they were like not trying to mess up their money.
No, yeah. So okay,
they're just with headlamps on.
Yeah,
I've never seen that dirty. I mean, we've only been to one, and it was really clean.
Go to a couple,
and it was really nice.
Yeah. So have you? I guess like what kind of outfits? Like what where
do you get your clothes?
Fascinations.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's like a sex store here in town.
Nice.
And Romantics has some cute stuff. Online shopping. I like to shop online.
Have you ever done like a theme?
No, but my friend has this really cute fire girl outfit, and like she makes so much money when she wears that. I'm like, I need to get like an outfit.
You need to be like become like a character.
Yeah,
some
I
nights.
know, right? Definitely,
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Do people treat you differently when they find out that you dance? Like,
No, not really.
That's great.
Honestly, yeah.
Like so you've never had like anyone like just troll you in person or online?
No.
So do people ever find you outside of the strip club? Like,
no. Like
nice.
I usually keep it super separate, but I'm also not ashamed. Like I really am like, I dance. I love it. Like, you know, but also I am a model. So I try to keep that like super professional. And like, I don't want certain people like in the professional model world knowing that like, you know, I am a stripper as well.
Do you post about it online?
Not really. No.
Okay.
Like maybe like my Snapchat, but like I haven't really posted much about it on like my Instagram, because I try to keep that like slightly more professional.
Totally get that.
Is respect ever an issue, like inside or outside of? Well, really inside too. The club.
I will be respected.
Nice.
Yeah, like I won't fuck with you if you don't respect me.
So you've never had just like guys just like completely cross a fucking line?
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's when you kick them in the head and you tell them to get the fuck out of the club.
Oh, so you can kick people out?
Yeah. Wow. Or you like tell security and you're like this, you know.
So they don't even give this dude a chance. They're like,
it depends on the situation. Like if they touch you in any sort of way that's inappropriate, they're out.
So so they're not allowed to touch you while you're on stage, right? But girls can.
Yeah. Oh, I love to touch my friends' butts.
Yeah. We like put the money in like a girl's G-string and it was amazing.
Yeah. And like some girls, like you can like a lot of I love when females come into the club because they're so respectful. They're like, can I touch you?
Cute. Yeah.
Can I slap your butt? I'm like, yeah, like totally. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
I love that.
With your relationship, and like he found out like you were a dancer, did he have assumptions like about you, like that you had a higher sex drive or that you know, like
because I feel like people like that have anything to do like with a sex oriented career, people assume that like you're like the just super sex horny person, like your sex drive is so high.
Well, he knew I was a dancer before we started like seeing each other, and when we like fell in love, like we were having a lot of sex, so it's like that wasn't really like, you know, like he didn't really expect anything from me. Like I was like always down to have sex with him because I was like, I am already in love with you, like I'm always down, like type of thing. But he never expected anything from me. Like he was just like, you know.
Good. Okay. So like, I guess what are your boundaries? Are you allowed to like kind of like
so I have rules for sure. When I go into my private dances, I'm like, so don't touch my pussy, don't pinch or suck on my nipples, and keep your mouth off of me. Don't fucking kiss me, don't fucking lick me. Like, why do you think that's okay? Like, you don't know me, I don't know who you are.
That happens?
I'm sweaty. Like, yeah, like why would you want to lick me? I'm a stranger. Like I've been rolling around on the floor. They think that you like want that. And I'm like, why would I want that?
They'll lick your nipple?
Yeah, they'll like try to like, and I'm like, can you like, and so I started having like, before I do the dance, I'm like, so I have 3 rules and I'll tell them what it is before the dance starts. And I'm like, please respect my rules or I will end the dance.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is the oldest and youngest person like that you think their age
so
range?
18, you know.
Okay.
But there are some old men that come into the club, and I'm just like, for the most part, like I feel sad, like I feel like like I feel bad for them because they really just like want connection and attention and like physical human touch with like a beautiful woman. Like when was the last time they had that, you know? I'm like, oh, it's sad you have to pay for that. I know, it's sad.
Yeah,
you know. But it's the old ones that really will try things, and I'm like, sir, Jeff, Steve, Richard, please.
Jeff.
Yeah.
What's another
this
one?
Is not okay.
Oh my God. I just didn't. It blows my mind that they would touch.
Yeah. And they like expect that you are enjoying. They're like, are you turned on right now? Like, are you enjoying this as much as me? And I'm like, yeah.
Okay, well, I wanted to ask this.
Lacey's been wanting this question.
And I don't know if this pertains to like the private dances at all, but in my experience and some of my friends, when we like take sexy photos of ourselves, it's just me taking photos of myself, I like get wet.
Oh yeah.
And so I want to know, do you get wet on stage when you're dancing?
Like, are you like turned on? Because like, goddamn.
Not ever by the customers.
Right. By yourself.
Yeah. I'm totally feeling myself. And also I think it's just like a natural like body response type of thing. Like, yeah, like I'm a little wet. But that's not because of you. It's because like I'm feeling myself so hard that like I know I look good. And I know that you think I look good too.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Like I'm not really like, it's really hard for me to get like sexually aroused at work.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, like I'm not really into you like this, but like I know I'm fucking hot. So
yeah. So like have you ever given a guy a lap dance and like you two were just like in a private room, like just super connecting and like you're like, hey, like I might want you to do all those things.
Right.
Has that ever like been a thing?
Yeah, like there'd be like, oh, I'm like really actually attracted to you, but I just kind of know that it's just the heat of the moment type of thing. Like I don't.
Do you ever like cave into that and like no? I like that'd be like hot as fuck. I know, like a nice little story,
right?
Like,
no.
Damn.
Do you ever like do any moves on your boyfriend?
Yeah, like he didn't know I could do the headstand thing until last night.
I don't know.
He was like, babe, I didn't know you could do that. He's like, you're doing that tonight when we get home, and I'm gonna dive into that. I'm gonna dive. Yeah, I was like, you didn't know I could do that? He was like, no. But yeah, like I like to do, there's like a, you know, super basic stripper move where you just like stand and like shake your butt. I like to do that in his face a lot. And, just tease him a little bit.
Did you have to like learn any of these moves from anything?
Yeah, so there's like that basic stripper move, like all the girls know it. Like you lay on your back, you like shake your legs.
I saw that a lot.
Yeah, like everybody knows that. Like I had to learn that one for sure. Yeah.
Wow. Do you ever clap your heels together?
I love it. And especially with my big long legs and big shoes. I love doing that.
When one girl did that, well, okay, so everyone we saw that night was really good, except for one. And what is it like when there's one really bad one?
Really entertaining.
It made us feel so uncomfortable that we're like, can we go to the bathroom? And I was like, we can't leave now.
Yeah.
We've been like hyping all the girls up except this girl.
Right.
So,
yeah.
And she was like, could you tell?
She was like, can you tell us this is my first time?
We're like,
we were like, oh,
we're just like, oh. Yeah, a lot. Sometimes like auditions will come in and it's super clear that this is their first time like ever doing it. And sometimes like me and the other girls will just be like, you're doing great, sweetie.
You know, your like face naturally
the
like without you knowing it. You're like, oh fuck, gotta control my face.
Yeah, you can see it on my face for sure. I can't hide it very well. I'm like, but I'm also like,
like good,
really nice.
Trying.
Yeah. I'm always super sweet. But
do you feel like you've gotten like just so much better since?
Yeah, my butt's gotten bigger too. For sure.
Nice.
Wow. Yeah.
From what?
I did not have a butt at all. Like I had no butt, and then just like twerking all the time. I was like just strictly eating like bean burritos and like twerking. I was like, this is a good diet. Yeah,
carbs
like
and working out.
Yeah,
makes your butt bigger.
I mean, doing lap dances, like when you're like bending over, like you're
squatting.
It's a lot of work.
I've been trying to explain to people because I've been vegan for almost 10 years now, and just from eating carbs and maintaining like a workout schedule, like I've been able to like kind of keep this figure, but it's like filling out, like my butt's gotten bigger, my hips have gotten bigger, and I'm like, it's carbs and
it's
staying active. Like you fill out like a woman.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I definitely filled into my woman body.
Yeah.
My woman body. How long do you see yourself doing this?
I really expect my modeling career to start taking off in the next like year. So I never really expected myself to dance longer than like 3 to 5 years. Like I like never wanted to do it longer than 3 years, but I'm like, I kind of love it. Like I kind of love just dancing. Like not even like getting naked for other people. I just like love being on stage. Like I love being like center stage. I love just dancing and like, you know, getting people's attention. And I also actually am on a go-go team. So I get to dance on stage at shows and keep my clothes on.
Wait, like EDM shows?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like for who?
So my go-go team is called Dream Dance Productions. My girl JoJo runs the team. She's awesome. She added me onto her team a few months ago, and we've been doing shows, and it's like a dream come true because that's what I wanted to do.
I can see you like in this cute little like. Just like, I don't know, I can just see you at an EDM show right now. Like a little fairy.
Oh, it's my like, it's my life, for sure. Yeah.
Wait, so, oh my God. Vic, what was I going to ask? I can't remember.
There it went.
That's the Libra, like.
Damn. Okay. Well, anyways. Yeah. Wait, so do you think that if your modeling career took off, like, would that interfere, like, would people not like that? Like the whole...
It depends. I feel like I would really try to keep it more of a secret.
I would hope that with how progressive things are moving.
I feel like things have changed for sure, but I understand like the fear of it.
Yeah, I just don't want to lose opportunities and jobs because people are sexualizing me.
Right. You know what I mean? What's the average age of... I mean, like, can you strip forever? Like...
I mean, if you're good looking for long enough, there are some like cougars in the club for sure.
They're like old, like lady strippers?
Getting it,
Where?
Like every club, honestly.
I want to see that.
Yeah, there was this one dancer, her name was Ivanka. She was Russian.
Ivanka. Yeah, there goes that V again.
Yeah. And she just was like, you know, she was like maybe like 50, like getting it, yeah.
Do you save your money? Like, do you like, whenever you get it, do you like invest in things?
Yeah.
Like,
so I'll like put like however much money I make, like I'll put like $100, $200 like in my little, savings or whatever.
Because like with stripping, just like with photography, there's no retirement plan. Yeah. So it's like, I have to like do like a IRA, like all this stuff and just save and like think ahead because I'll just... not do that. So I was always wondering about that, like with stripping and stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely taught me a lot about money management for sure.
Dang, okay. Well, damn.
Yeah.
Is there anything we didn't cover? Anything we didn't ask you in the world that...
God, would you guys ever be strippers? Like, would you like go and audition just to like have the experience of like, I am a stripper?
It's part of me that's like, I want that experience, like I want to do it, but I don't know this other part that's like no. I think it's just because it's that fear in me that's like the direction of my career. I'm like, how would that affect it?
Right. Well, if it's something you're scared to do, you should probably do it. You can always audition, have the opportunity and like the choice to like go in and like I can make my like, you know, a couple $100 tonight, or you don't have to like, to go in at all.
Because I love like perform, like I love being sexy. Like I love like teasing. Like I love like putting on a show. Like I would love to be like sexy. Like I just love that.
Keep it a secret. No one.
Like I could buy a wig.
I'm such a yes person, so I would totally do it as long as I was friends with all the strippers beforehand.
Right.
Everyone knew the deal and they were hyping me up the whole fucking time. Like I would have to be like, because my only thing is like, I would just be, it's not about like who would know or whatever, because it's just, I would want to do it for the experience. I just would be so nervous.
I know. And like, you just like,
look good up there.
You just have to get over it because then you're going to come off and be like, oh, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I've noticed with so many experiences that I put myself in. I'm like, that's why I just started saying yes to things, because I'm like, it's never as bad as I think it's going to be. Literally anything.
It's never as bad.
It's never as bad.
I'm like, why did I wait so long? I'm just
I felt like I would have a great time.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I would be like on this high. I'd be like,
I can't wait to be on stage again. Like,
yeah.
I think you guys should just fucking audition. Like,
we should do it for the podcast.
Fuck it. Yeah.
We honestly, the future of this podcast, we honestly want it to be like a show.
Like where we go and like do these things. And it's filmed.
Yeah, I'm following.
Anyone hear that? Like anyone out there?
Subscribe.
What would that be? Would that fall under reality TV?
I don't know. Probably. I mean, that's reality.
They're like vlogging. Like, would that be like what vlogging is? I don't know.
I wouldn't do it for a vlog.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, but like, I want like a high production.
I know, straight up.
Or
like, follow me and record me.
I just want to show up.
I know, literally though.
Well, dang, we learned so much.
I know. Thanks for having me.
Thank
guys.
you so much for coming on here.
But before we wrap it up, we have 3 questions for you that have nothing to do with any of this.
You first.
Okay. If you could be the best at any Olympic sport, winter or summer, like gold medalist, what would it be?
Ooh, probably gymnastics.
Okay, I could see that.
I grew up like doing gymnastics, so maybe gymnastics. But I also played volleyball.
Okay.
Like for 6 years, year round. So I was like super diehard volleyball fan.
Wow.
So that's always fun. So if it was a team thing, volleyball, if like a solo thing, definitely gymnastics.
Yeah,
okay.
Gymnastics is tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody, that's a solid one. Yeah.
Or like one of the ribbon dancers.
Oh, wait, what?
Those are cool. Have you seen like the ribbon dancers or like the dancers that have like a ball and they like throw it up and like catch it with their back or something?
I guess I need to watch the Olympics.
Yeah.
Like there's so many sports and I'm like,
cool stuff
what is that?
Some sort of dancing or like using my body for sure.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay. So, what is your favorite way to cook or eat a potato?
Oh, girl. I love potatoes. Like when people ask me my favorite food, it's potatoes. I do love them mashed with like a bunch of butter and garlic, but a baked potato also slaps. French fries, waffle, crinkle, curly, love those also.
What about cooking? Like what kind do you like?
I like to like cut them up into little squares.
Yeah.
Like little cubes and like saute them like that with some like olive oil.
Yeah.
That's probably like my favorite way to cook them.
Yeah. Okay.
That's such a great question.
Yeah, I love potatoes. Thank you for asking me that.
Okay. Would you rather smoke weed on the beach or trip in the desert? Trip psychedelics.
Oh, wow. Can I do both? Oh, wow. I love the beach. Like, I love being by water. Like, I want to just, like,
you can also trip on
tan.
the beach.
Yeah, I probably trip on the beach.
Okay, there you go. I've done that before, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I was in the Dominican Republic, and, like, everything was just so, like, I mean, you could just see everything. Yeah. Every leaf and palm and like every little
water goes for everything.
Yes. Crazy.
We tripped, I think this is when I first started tripping. We were in Mexico together.
I told myself I wanted to trip in every country that I'm in.
Yeah, that's probably
and then the pandemic
happened.
Yeah, so
we're back, baby.
I know. So I'm gonna get back on it. But dang, okay, this was so good.
I know. I don't want it to be over.
I know. Yeah, this was really fun. Like we learned a lot from you, and I just that community is mind blowing. Like to me, like really, we genuinely like the whole experience of going into a strip club. We were just like. The whole time, and I just have
I'm
so
still
much
like that. Like I still am just like in awe of like I'm like I have the best job ever. I get to hang out with my hot friends and make money and be hot and like
and I used to whenever people would say like, oh, I'm going to the strip club, I'd be like, ugh.
I know.
And now I'm like, I want to go. Like it's so much fun. Like, why don't people hang out more at strip clubs?
We should have talked about this, but I'm about to say it now. Why is there such like, I mean, maybe there's not, but for the longest time I thought there was like more so a negative connotation with strippers and strip clubs. Yeah. And I feel like maybe the women that frown upon it, could it potentially be a projection of like what like damn, like I wish I like
or they're
like
just
deep buried inside them,
right?
Like it's just not it's not as
accepted for like
people just don't experience it ever.
Yeah,
it's not as
like with me. I hated the strip club the first time I went.
Because
I don't like this. I'm uncomfortable. This is weird.
What is it? What is the word? Like you're not exposed to it enough.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
You have like these overthinking things. You have what people are saying about it, but the second you expose yourself to it,
I'm like,
it's
love
nothing
the club.
What you think. Yeah. And so I just think that that's important because like, you know, you have the media, you have like all these things, these stories, but like it's just really just another experience.
Everything is under consent.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like everybody's
people
consenting
don't know
to
that.
this.
A lot of people don't know that, especially in the South. Like, so.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow.
Style, you know.
Yeah, it's really not what you think. You just got to go experience it.
Let's go to the strip club, y'all.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming on. You are our first. I like go but back and forth between stripper and dancer.
Yeah.
Same
either
thing.
One.
Yeah. But you are our first one and we're honored.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm honored. This is like super cool, you guys.
Yeah. This is going to be good. But I guess tell us where we can all find you.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
So my Instagram is at Melly_EBXTH.
Okay.
Yeah, Melanie Elizabeth.
Okay.
Name. Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, I guess, yeah. And then
if you enjoyed the episode, please give us a rating below. Let us know what you think. You can find us on social media at Oh Here We Go. That is like OHH. Then Here We Go. It's difficult. There's like 3 H's.
We're like,
figure it out.
Here we go.
Here we go. Yeah, we're on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. But yeah,
all the stuff.
We like to hear y'all's perspectives because we're bringing up some things that people have a lot of different perspectives on.
Yeah,
so
we want to know what you think, and if you have any topics that'll spin from this, that we can also bring on a specific guest about and learn from. Our theme is growth, y'all. Yeah. We're just trying to grow, but in a different way. Not like, I just want to learn shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open my motherfucking mind.
You know.
But you guys are really like pushing the boundaries of a lot of people's like how they think, and I think that's really cool.
That's what we want to do. That's the vibe.
Yeah.
The vibe. But thank you guys for listening, making it all the way through it, and
we'll see you in our next episode.
Yeah.
Bye.